Hi everybody, welcome, come join me. We are taking a field trip today. Okay. So the things that you will need for your field trip, just a set of blocks if you have them. If you don't have them available, really they're not critical, it's not a big deal. And then I have a knee pad just for my knees, so if you need some extra padding when you have your knee down on the floor, please just have that available. So we're taking a field trip to the beach. This is my favorite place, and I've got my shirt here. Navarre Beach is one of my favorite beaches. So I started thinking about when I get distracted, I get a little depressed, I get bummed out, I take myself to the beach. And I start to visualize the water and the sand, and I don't know about you, I grew up on the East Coast, but then I also was on the West Coast as well. So on the East Coast, we have boardwalks at the beach, and I was thinking honestly of saltwater taffy, right? The different colors of saltwater taffy that they're making on the boardwalk, and cotton candy, and Thrasher's French fries, which were fabulous. And then on the West Coast, I would go to Newport Beach. So, and then my husband brought me down to Texas, and so now we're on the third coast, right? So, and enjoying the beach. But what I want you thinking about, please post, I want to know what your favorite beach song is. So, for me, one of my favorites is Don Henley's Boys of Summer, of course. But I also think of the Beach Boys. I think of Christopher Cross and Sailing is one of my favorites as well. But please post. I want to know what your favorite beach song is, so I can put together a collaboration. So let's take a trip with me to the beach. So find a comfortable seat and allow your sit bones to root down. And I'm just going to take us through some ocean breathing, or I'm going to call it conch shell breathing today, right? So this is our Ujjayi breath. So we'll start with breathing through the mouth, and then we'll work our way towards breathing through the nose, right? So please feel free to join me here. All right, so here we go. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, and you're going to inhale through the back of your throat, making a sound. And then as you exhale through the mouth, try to fog up the mirror. Good. Two more like that. So inhale. That's it. And exhale. And one more like that. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Very nice. So let's keep the inhale, and now we'll exhale through the nose, keeping that same sound, that conch shell sound, right? Here we go. Inhale through the mouth. Good. Close the mouth and exhale through the nose, still fogging up the mirror though. And again, inhale through the mouth. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. And again, inhale through the mouth. And exhale through the nose. Very nice. Now let's try to do it all through the nose. So here we go. Inhale, kind of making that sucking sound through the nose though. Good. And then exhale through the nose. Keep going. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more on your own. Three more. After that last one, we'll slowly start to open up the eyes if you have them closed. So that's a fantastic breath technique to come to. That's Ujjayi breathing, and it translates as victorious breath. So it can be very calming and very soothing, and I love it because it does remind me of the sound of the ocean or that conch shell sound as well. All right, so come with me. We're going to come onto our hands and knees and start working some cat and cow, but today it's going to be jellyfish. So, all right, so on your inhale, lengthen and extend and lift your chin, and then exhale, round up. So think of a jellyfish moving back and forth, right, or up and down actually. Right. And just move with that breath. Good. One more like that. Great, and then let's get a little funky with our jellyfish. Come on, Kim and Eileen, you guys jump on in here, and Tony and John, all you guys. So we can do a little side-to-side movement here, or we can jump rope it. All right, and Joanne, I know you're out there too. Come on. All right, who says we can't have a funky jellyfish, yeah? Great. And then return to a neutral spine. And let's set up for downward facing dog. So spread the fingers as wide as you need to create a supportive base, and then claw your mat. Scoot your knees a little further back, and then when you're ready, tuck your toes, and up and back you go. Good. That's it. And then feel free to walk it out here. We do see dogs out on the beach, right? Yeah. All right, and then start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Good. All right. And grab onto those elbows and nod yes and no. Good. And then start to firm the muscles in your legs. Place your hands on your hips as you extend your spine and inhale, rise all the way up. Good, and exhale, hands to your heart. So we'll walk up to the top of our mats here and we'll get moving. And Becky May, I've got my starfish earrings on for you. All right, and here we go. Little flowing lunge here, so if you want your blocks available for that, feel free to have that. If not, you just come on your fingertips. They are not required or necessary. So from the top of our mats, inhale, stretch out nice and tall. Exhale, dive forward. Good, inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, place your hands, inhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. And then exhale, just settle into that lunge. Come up on your fingertips or find your blocks here just to create a little more space. And then on your next inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. And then exhale, start to straighten. So just back and forth here. And again, inhale back into your lunge. And exhale, straighten the left leg as you draw the left hip back. Good, 3 more like that. I hope you guys are coming up with some good songs. 1 more. Good. Inhale back to that lunge, and then exhale, find your way back, downward facing dog. Great. All right, and then inhale, step your right foot forward. Let's get the other side in. And exhale, settle in. So find those blocks or come up on those fingertips. All right, and then inhale, extend your spine and lengthen, and exhale, straighten the right leg. Back and forth. Three more. Good. Last one. And then inhale, lunge. Exhale, step back, down dog. On your next inhale, step forward, walk forward. Good, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. And exhale, fold. Firm the muscles in your legs, hands on your hips, extend your spine. Inhale, rise up. Good, and exhale, hands to your heart. All right, little twisted lunge, we'll add a lizard in there, right? We're gonna see some lizards running across the sand. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Great, bend your knees, place your hands, step or walk back to your down dog. Good, inhale, stretch your right leg up and back, and exhale, gently step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So we're a little wider than we are for normal lunge. And then lower your back knee to the floor. Good. And then take your right arm, we're gonna reach back behind us and stretch up and then over. And then see if you can round your right rib cage a little more towards the sky and stretch. Good, and then touch down, and let's take a little lizard here, right? So extend your spine, and then feel free, you can lower down on your forearms if you like, and if you want blocks here too, you can by all means use a block or two. But certainly we'll see some of those lizards, right, scurrying across the sand dunes. Some of them are even rainbow colored, you know? All right, then inhale, press your way back up, and exhale, find your down dog. Great. Inhale, stretch your left leg up and back, and exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And then we'll lower that right knee. Okay. So reach your left hand back behind you, and reach it up and over. And then stretch your left rib cage up towards the sky. So push away from the mat. In fact, you can come up on your fingertips to create a little more lightness here on the right fingertips. Great, and then touch down. Bring that left hand on the inside of the left foot. Re-extend your spine and find a lizard that works for you. And feel free to lower down if that's better for you. Good, and then inhale, press your way back up, and exhale, step back down dog. Very nice. On your next inhale, step forward, walk forward. And exhale, fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. That's it. Firm the muscles in your legs, hands on your hips, extend your spine, inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Great. All right, little Anjane. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, place your hands. Inhale, step your right foot back. Good, and then lower your right knee to the floor. If you need some extra padding, just make sure you have that available. Good. Sweatshirt works great, right? And then we'll come on up. So from here, just soften and back out of the pose slightly, and then hug your front heel and your back knee. Give a good squeeze towards one another so that you're scissoring and you feel the muscles in your legs contract. It's a good thing. And then from your pelvis, can you extend out through the bones and come a little deeper and then get nice and tall. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Beautiful. If you'd like to interlace your fingers and release the forefingers and stretch back, great. If this doesn't feel good, right, we can back out a little bit and stay more upright. Very nice. And then inhale, release, touch down. Exhale, step back, down dog. All right, here we go. Inhale, come forward, mighty blanket. Woo! All right, so push away here. Lisa, this is for you. Lisa Hines. Push away, get nice and strong here, right? And then you're gonna try to widen your hands and hug them back towards your knees or toes. And then from your pelvis, extend and lengthen out through the top of your head. Very nice. And then exhale, lower down. Good. All right, little cobra hovers here. So hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders. Point your toes and anchor the toenails into the mat. And here we go. Inhale, lift and hover. Good. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift, bracing that belly. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. And press your way back, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, step your right foot forward lunge. And we'll lower the left knee to the floor. And again, have some padding if you need it. So soften, right? Soften out of the pose at first. And then hug your front heel and back knee, squeeze them towards one another, right? So you feel the muscles in your legs engage. And then from your pelvis, extend and lengthen back out. Tone your belly, get tall. Inhale, stretch up. Good. Broaden your chest, soften the shoulders. Feel free to interlace the fingers, release the forefingers. If you want to lay back a little more and that feels good, great. If it doesn't, it's fine too. That's it. And then gently release, touch down, and step your way back, down dog. Good. All right. And on your next inhale, step forward, walk forward. Good, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Nice. Firm the muscles in your legs, hands on your hips, extend your spine, inhale, rise up. Good, and exhale, hands to your heart, okay? Awesome. Okay, let's work a little beach chair today. So standing at the front of your mat, let's do hip distance apart with the feet. Inhale, stretch up nice and tall. Good. And then exhale, sit down in that chair. Lift your chest, tone your belly. Good, stay nice and broad. Even engage those glutes some. And can you sit a little deeper without drawing the knees inward? Good, can you lift your toes? You got this. Awesome, inhale, rise up. Good, and then exhale, bring the arms on the table. Let's do part 2. Lift your heels nice and high. Good, now for this one, pretend that your head, your spine, your butt, you're all like up against a wall, and you're just gonna slide down the wall. So bend your knees, but you wanna keep the spine nice and straight. Good. Heels high, a little lower. Yeah, those beach chairs can be really low. You want to dip your feet in the sand, right? Or in the water there, right by the ocean. Good, and then inhale, rise up, very nice. And exhale, hands to your heart. Little Garudasana, right? So we've got eagle pose, but let's do pelican, right? Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, bring the right arm underneath the left. Good. And let's stretch it out here. So you can move those elbows side to side. You can bring it forward. You can reach up towards the sky. Just do what feels good here to help you open up. I personally love pelicans. They're one of my favorite. They're such a weird bird. All right, so here we go. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, hug in. Good, nice and tight. Now sit down on your stoop, right? Start by lifting your right heel. Maybe wrap the right leg, maybe hook your foot. And then squeeze it in. Good. And sit a little lower. Keep your spine nice and long. That's it, and then release. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Second side, inhale. And exhale, left arm underneath. So same thing here, just stretch out, do what feels good here. Good, and then start to work your way back up. Yeah, that's it. And then from center, here we go. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hug in as you sit back down in your chair. Hope you guys are thinking of some good songs here, right? So lift your left heel, and then wrap that leg, hook your foot. Leslie, I know you've got some in mind. Let us know. Good. Yes. Awesome. And then gently release. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, back to the top of your mats. So we've got warrior 2, but this is surfboard pose today, right? Okay, here we go. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. You got it. Bend your knees. Place your hands. Inhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. Pivot your right heel to the floor, so your right foot's now parallel with the back of the mat, and your front heel is lined up with your back arch, and up you come, warrior 2, right? Surfboard pose today, right? Awesome. So just check in with the alignment in the front knee. Make sure it's tracking where it should, and that your back leg is fully engaged. Gorgeous. Can you get a little deeper? Yes, you can. Fantastic. Touch down, step back, down, up. Good. Inhale, mighty plank it. All right, so push away here. Make yourselves nice and light, right? You could just float off your mat. And then try to widen your hands and hug them back towards your knees or toes. And then from your pelvis, extend and lengthen out through the top of your hip. Yes. And then lower down. fingers again, 3 of them. So actively press the toenails into the mat, and here we go. Inhale, lift and hover. Exhale, lower. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Good, 1 more. And exhale. Fantastic. And then press your way back, downward dog. Okay, second side. Inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. And exhale, we'll place that left heel to the floor. And inhale, rise on up, warrior 2. Good. So check in with your surfboard stance here, right? Knees over the ankle, tracking right over that second and third toe. Back leg is super strong and you're gazing over your right fingers. You got this. Excellent. And then touch down. And step back down, dog. Nice. And on your next inhale, step forward, walk forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Nice. From the muscles in your legs, hands on your hips, inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And those of you that, I was just thinking this, those of you that stand up paddleboard, same thing, right? It's warrior 2 or stand up paddleboard pose. All right, let's take it into triangle pose, or today is going to be C-star, right? From warrior 2, away we go. Inhale, and exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Yes. Bend your knees, place your hands, inhale, step your left foot back, lunge. All right, let's repeat warrior 2, Virabhadrasana Dewey, so pivot that left heel to the floor, and then up you come, right? Surfboard pose or stand up paddleboard pose. Good. Get nice and low. Fantastic. Now flip the right palm to face the sky. Let's reverse. Yeah. And then from here, stay in reverse, but straighten your right leg. Yeah. Good. And then inhale, come on up. And then exhale, here we go. Reach over the right leg, and then find a nice triangle pose for you. And this may mean a block is necessary, and you can use whatever level you need. But try to lengthen the right rib cage. Nice. Gaze up at your top hand if it's available. If not, look to the side or down at the floor. Bend your front knee, touch down, step back down dog. Excellent. Inhale, mighty plank it. Good, so push away. Try to widen the hands. I think this is the last one. Don't hold me to it. And then hug the heels of your hands towards your feet. That's not very many today. And then from your pelvis, create length, right? So make this one a really good one. Awesome. And then lower down. All right, those cobra hovers. Point those toes. Inhale, lift and hover. Good. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And press back down, dog. All right. Inhale, step your left foot forward, lunge. Place the right heel to the floor and come up, find your warrior 2, right? Or stand up paddleboard pose, surfboard pose. Yes, and then flip your left palm to face the sky. Let's reverse. So the legs don't move here, right? It's just the upper body that's moving. And then gently straighten that left leg. Good, and then here we go, C-star pose. Inhale, come on up. Very nice. And then exhale, reach, 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 and then touch down. Find your triangle pose. And here's a weird bit of trivia, right? Because I have my degrees in biology. So there is a starfish, or sea star now, right? That's called a Pycnopodia, and it has 25 arms, right? Sometimes called a sun star. They get huge in California. Very nice. And then bend your front knee, touch down. We're gonna have a test at the end here, right? Step back, down dog. Good. Take a brief child's pose. I heard you, Kim and BJ. And Eileen, right? Seat back towards your heels. Good. All right, back up on the hands and knees. Find your down dog. All right. So let's take a pigeon, or let's do seagull today, okay? So inhale, stretch the right leg up and back. Very nice. And then bend your knee. Place that right knee behind the right hand. And set up for a pigeon of your choice here, a seagull pose, right? If they poop on you, it's actually good luck. So lengthen your spine, and then feel free to lower down, or you can stay upright today, whatever feels good to you. Do check in with that back foot. It tends to get a little sneaky, right? And sometimes it will sickle out to the side, the ankle will. And you just want to avoid doing that just so there's no additional pressure on the knee. All right, and then inhale, press back up, and exhale, find your down dog. All right, let's do left side. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, left knee behind the left hand. Got it. So again, find your pigeon that works for you, and just be mindful of that back leg. Yes, you can be on the top of your foot. Just make sure it's not sickling out. There's my ankle sickling. So I know I tend to do that, so I just tuck my toes. And then feel free to come on down. So Finding Nemo, of course, is one of my favorite movies, right? So, and you guys remember the seagulls in there? Mine, right? As they're flying around. Yeah. Such fun birds. And yes, I've been pooped on several times. I should have all kinds of really good luck. All right? Good, and then press your way back up, find your down dog. Awesome. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Let's take Uttanasana at the back of our mat. Right. Good. And feel free to grab your elbows and nod yes and no. Good. Nice. And then firm the muscles in your legs, hands on your hips, extend your spine, inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Awesome. Okay, so let's do tree first, but I'm gonna call this sea fan, which is actually a type of coral, right? And they are kind of wavy, so we'll add kind of a dance aspect to it. So go ahead and stand on the floor if that's better for you. And we're gonna go ahead and place that right foot like we would for a normal tree. So wherever that is. So we can be down low, calf, on the knee or above the knee. And then squeezing, you want to get nice and stable. So it may help to press your right foot and your left leg into one another. And then tone your belly and lengthen your spine. Very nice. And then we're going to stretch up. Good. And then from here, we're going to get nice and wavy, right? So we're going to kind of tilt to the right. And then come back up. And tilt to the left. Do one more. This is challenging. Good. You guys are doing great. Awesome. Okay, and then release. All right, let's do the other side. So squeeze in with your left foot and your right leg, wherever you are in your tree. Squeeze in and lengthen. Good, and then inhale, stretch up. Awesome, so we'll tilt to the left first. Just take your time. Good. And then go to the right. Yeah, good. And one more time, right. Excellent. And then back up. Fantastic. All right. From the top of your mats, let's get a little work in here. Back of your mat. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's work a little warrior three, and here's what I thought of for warrior three, right? So growing up on the East Coast, or going to the beaches on the East Coast, they have the planes that go by with the little signs on them, right? So that's what I was thinking, right? We're going to be the plane, and we're going to announce that bubblegum shrimp or whatever is for sale tonight, right? They've got the big bucket for $10.99, all you can eat shrimp, right? All right, here we go. Or maybe there's a margarita special going on too. Inhale, stretch up. Good, exhale, step forward on that right foot. We're gonna do this twice through. So you pick your arms here, right? So out to the side, our airplane arms are gonna be a little easier for us just because of the center of gravity. You can do hands to your heart. You can be a jet if you want, or you can bring the arms forward here too. Excellent, and then inhale, step back. And exhale, hands to your heart. Second side, inhale. And exhale, step forward on the left foot. You got it. And then here we go, let's tip over. You pick your arms, right? Your choice here. Okay. Very nice, and then gently release. Good. All right, let's try one more shot. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, step forward on that right foot. All right, and then here we go. Tilt over. Good. Try to keep the pelvis level without lifting the left hip, right, and making that higher. You know, challenge honestly would be to put a block back here, right? And then inhale, step up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, second side, inhale. And exhale, step forward on that left foot. And then start to tip over. Good. Nice. And then from your pelvis, extend in both directions and get nice and long. Yep. And inhale, step back. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, now come to the top of your mat. Great. Do some work for the low back there. Inhale. We lived in Okinawa and they do have sea snakes there. And my husband, God bless him, when he was there before we were married, would grab the sea snakes. They would do this, guys. He would grab the sea snakes and shake them so that they'd release all the air and then they'd have to swivel up to the surface. Don't ever do that. All right, hands under your shoulders. Point those toes. Here we go. Inhale, lift, so stay nice and low. Hover your hands. And then from your pelvis, create length and extend out through the top of your head. Squeeze your booty. Good. Press more into your toes. Awesome. And then release. And then turn your right cheek to the mat. Good. Second set. Here we go. Hands under your shoulders. Point those toes. Inhale, baby sea snake here. Good, and then hover your hands. And then from your pelvis, extend and lengthen out through the top of your head. Yeah, good. You got it. And then release, left cheek to the mat. We've got one more. Good, okay, last one like that. So hands back under the shoulders. Inhale, baby sea snake. Good, and then hover your hands. Nice. And then from your pelvis, extend and lengthen out through the top of your head. You got it. And then release. Good, right cheek to the mat. Great, okay. Keep the arms at your sides and keep your palms facing up towards the sky. So the back of the hand is resting on the mat for now. Toes into the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. We've got a version of locust here. Good, now bring your hands into fists and lift your arms as high as you can. And squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. So lift as high as you can and then hug the arms as close together as you can get them. And then squeeze your butt. And from your pelvis, extend and lengthen out through the top of your head, throat back. Yes, and then release. Beautiful. Left cheek to the mat. Good. All right. Second set. Here we go. Inhale, lift your chest. Good. Hands into fists. Lift the arms up. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Hug the arms as close as you can to one another, right? Awesome. And then from your pelvis, extend and lengthen. Good, good, good. Awesome. And then release. Okay, right cheek to the mat. Here we go. Inhale, lift your chest. Hands into fists, lift the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Bring the arms closer. Good. And then see if you can lift a little higher. Yeah, throw it back. Good. Awesome. And then release. Good. Left cheek to the mat. Great. Okay. So let's try a little half frog here. So prop up on that left elbow, bend your right knee, and reach back with your right hand, grab the top of your right foot. So encourage the heel a little closer towards the seat, and notice if your knee is winging out to the side. You want to try to keep the knees hip distance apart. Good, and then tone your belly, and then face the front of the mat. Good, so nice little quad stretch here. And then gently release. Great. All right. Other side here. So we'll take hold of that left foot and encourage the heel a little closer towards the seat. Tone your belly and face the chest forward towards the front of the mat. Excellent. And then gently release. Stack your palms, rest your forehead briefly. All right, so let's try a little bow pose, and I was thinking of a scallop here for this one, right? So bend your knees, and we can do no hands, we can do one leg, we can do both legs. We'll do it twice. And then again, notice how the knees may try to split apart, so we'll hug them in so they're hip distance apart. And then on an inhale, kick back, right, so that your chest can lift. Yeah. Very nice. And then gently release. Good, right cheek to the mat. All right, and second set, here we go. Bend your knees. Reach back, grab on. On an inhale, kick back and lift. Woo! Are you breathing? That's it. And then release. Left cheek to the mat. Good. And then from here, we've got that back nice and warm, right? So I'm going to take advantage here. So just roll over onto your backs. Yeah. Good. All right, and we'll work a little bridge, and then we'll take it into Krabby Bridge, right? All right. So first bridge here. So feet hip distance apart, right? And notice if the feet are turning out, you want to keep them parallel. Roll your shoulder blades towards one another, bend your elbows. Root down into your feet and inhale, lift your pelvis up. You got this. Good. And then from your feet, can you engage the muscles up your legs, right? Feel them contract. Engage through your torso. You can bring your hands into fists. You want to engage the arms. Engage all the way up into the back of the throat. That's the focal point. And then keep the head facing the ceiling here. And then from the back of your throat, can you press the back of your head a little more into the mat to free up your neck? And then from the back of your throat, lift your heart a little more. In fact, move your heart a little more towards your chin. Good, now lift the pelvis a little more. And then from your pelvis, root down through the bones of the legs into your feet to lift a little higher. Excellent. And then lower back down. Widen your feet and let your inner knees touch. So I came up with this Krabby Bridge, right? Because I grew up on the Maryland seashore, right? And so we are snobs there because we eat blue crab and only blue crab. So I started thinking of how a crab moves, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna have fun with it, so come join me. Let's do it. So walk your feet back in. Roll the shoulder blades under. Inhale, lift your pelvis. Now you can stay here with the hands, or if you wanna interlace, feel free to do that, right? And then from here, you're gonna crab walk your feet, right, over to the left. So here we go, 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 go. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. right? Here's your crabby bridge, right? So stay here, and if you like, you can do a little booty tap to the floor, and then come back up. Yep, crab walk, back center. Woo! And then over to the right. Isn't this fun? Yep. Good. Booty tap or no. Back up. Good. Back through center. One last booty tap here, so you're keeping that arch in the back. Lift up. Fantastic, and then lower down. Good. Widen your feet and let your inner knees touch. Excellent. Hug your knees in, and then rock a little side to side. All right. And then either rock and roll yourselves up or carefully roll to the right or left, just depending on your back. I think we've got boat. Yep. Okay. So from here, and I'll face you here. We'll do a little Navasana. So let's work a little boat pose, because surely we're going to see some boats out there, right? We actually did, while we were in Navarre the last time, we went on a trimaran. I had no idea there was such a thing. Anyway, it was the coolest thing we've ever done. It was super, and the boys were very impressed. Now, it's hard to do with teenage boys. All right, so for a little boat pose, Navasana. Right. Been on a catamaran, but I hadn't been on a trimaran. Right, so broaden your chest. Good, you got it. Tone your belly, though. So you can stay here, or we can hover here. Good, we can let go. You can also extend the legs. Woo, that's fun, right? So from your pelvis, extend and lengthen out towards the feet if you're getting a pinch there, right in the inner groin area. Good, you got this. Excellent, and then gently release. Maybe a little side to side here. All right, second set, here we go. We'll take it a little lower should you choose. So you're gonna lay back a little more, right? And I'm not arching my back, I'm actually creating a little bit of a mini cat, if you will, right? Or jellyfish, right? We're doing a little mini jellyfish today, right? But you can still be nice and broad here, and then float your feet. Good, arms. And then if you like, you can extend the legs. So my toes are no higher than eye level here for this one, right? And there, you may be shaking, maybe a shaking boat, right? Good. And then gently release. And again, a little side to side here. You guys have got it. Excellent. And while we're here, right, let's go ahead and do a little 90-90 and try our Agni Stambhasana as well, right? So fire log pose. Surely we'll have some bonfires going on. So go ahead and line up your left leg so that it's making a 90-degree angle. And then the right leg is as well, right? So I think of these as like fan blades, right? Excellent. So just for some fun here, we're gonna press down with that back leg and see if you can get your right ankle and foot to hover off the floor, right? So first, use your hands to help you out. So push, 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 and then lift. Good, this is a little internal rotation in that hip socket. Very nice, and then release. Great. And again, lift. And release. You may be getting a little something happening right here. Yeah, in the right side butt. I know, I've got it too, right? That cramping. Good. All right, that's normal. Doesn't mean don't do it. Okay. So push down with that right knee and hover the foot. You want to try it, no hands. Feel free to do that too. Good. All right, and then release. Excellent. So let's try the knee on this one. So you're going to keep the right foot and ankle pressing down, but see if you can lift the right knee. You got it, and then release. So now we're starting to focus on a little more external rotation in the hips. Again, foot and ankle press down, knee lifts. You got it. Good, and release. Excellent. And last one, push down, lift. Yeah. Good. And then release. Okay, so this one's really fun. We're going to see if we can get the left ankle and foot to lift. And for a lot of us, our knee might be partially off the floor. You can sit on something, and I find for myself personally, here's what helps. I actually have to lean over, right? So just lean over as much as you need to. And then, so here's where we're going. You're going to push the left knee into the floor, and then hover your left foot and ankle. Come on, come on. Good, and then release. Yeah. Now, if that was easy for you, right, you work yourself a little more upright, okay? Right? It's not easy for me. It's not happening, right? So push that left knee down and then get that foot to hover. Right, millimeters count here, guys? Yeah, good. And then release, we've got one more. So again, challenge yourself. It's getting a little easier. Come a little more upright so that eventually you're fully upright doing it. So push down with that knee and then hover your foot and ankle. Oh my goodness. Awesome. And then gently release. We'll come upright here. And then from here, we're just going to swing that right leg around and create Agni Stambhasana. Woo! Yeah. Great. Let's grab a block. All right, so those of you, if your right seat is off the floor, put your block out front, or something that you can put your right foot on top of. That's fine. Now, if you have both sit bones down, but you have my position here, which I call the greater than or less than sign, right? You can sneak this bottom foot in a little bit closer, and then that top knee should get a little lower for you, right? And then those of you that have the shins parallel, right? You're gonna lengthen your spine, and you're gonna come forward onto your forearms on the floor, which I am not demoing for you. Have fun with that one, right? Good. Yeah, I wonder if there are places that even let you do bonfires anymore. We used to grow up doing them on the Eastern Shore there in Delaware. And we could. In California, some places you could, some places you couldn't. All right, gently work your way back up. Nice, good. All right, and let's switch positions. So now the right leg is in front, left leg is back behind here. We've got our 90-90 going. So we'll focus on that back leg. So push the left knee down and then hover that left foot and ankle. Hands can help support you. Good, and then release. And again, you may be getting a little something here, right? That's your glute medius, right? On that left side. So push down and then hover. Maybe try a hands-free one. Good, and then release. You got it. And again, push down, hover. Yes. Awesome. And then release. Okay, so now you're gonna push the heel and foot down and just lift the knee. Now the inner blade of my left foot's still planted on the floor though. Good, and then release. So now we got a little external rotation going on. And again, lift. You got it, and then lower. Awesome. And one more, lift. Yes. Good, and then lower. Fantastic. Okay, so here the fun begins. So with the right leg, right, we're gonna try and get that foot and just for fun, stay upright and try and move it. Right, nothing happens. At least it doesn't for me. So we're gonna lean over to the right. Yeah, good. So and you can use your left hand to kind of push down, right? So that we can keep the knee on the floor and then hover your foot. And again, it's not gonna be very high, guys. Not at first anyway. And then release. And then if that was easy, start working your way a little more upright to challenge yourself. So push down, right knee pushes down, hover the right foot. Ooh, good, release. All right, and again, push down, and then hover. Yeah. Excellent, good. And then press your way up, that is done. We've got fire log on the other side. So we're gonna swing that left leg around, and this side may be a whole different story for you. Mine tend to be challenging. Both of them are challenging, right? So again, if we've got the left seat off the floor, go ahead, use a block or something, or if you don't have a block available, just place your foot down in front, that's fine, right? Now, if your sit bones are grounded, but you've got quite a bit of space, scooch in. Right, you can lower. You can also place a blanket under, in here, and you can squeeze the shins towards one another. And those of you that are flexy and have the shin bones parallel with one another, lengthen your spine and you'll come forward onto your forearms on the floor. Yeah. Have fun. Excellent, and then gently release. Let's widen those feet and just do a little side to side here. Yeah, good. All right. Okay, so as we work our way down onto our backs, right, let's finish out with a little Venice Beach pose, right? or fish pose, right? Matsyasana. So we're going to extend the legs, and you're going to come on down to your elbows here. So for option one, right here, you're going to broaden your chest, even squeeze the shoulder blades lightly towards one another, and you're just going to peer over at the horizon, right? And those of you, like, lived out in California, right? So we used to go visit Venice Beach, and that's the name here. But, you know, there's a lot of interesting characters, and I'm assuming they're all still there, and that's where Muscle Beach got started, right? So you can look at all the interesting characters, right, along the horizon. Those of you that want to arch the back and take a more traditional version here, feel free. So for me, I'm going to sit on the top of my hands. Lift your chest. So you're starting to arch here, right? You can keep your head here, or the head comes back and just barely touches the floor. Got a hair clip in here. Take your hair clip out. And then we'll gently release. Come on your backs here. Good. Bend your knees. Excellent. Extend the left leg towards the sky and interlace your fingers behind your left leg. Good. So I don't know about you, but I have really, really tight hamstrings. So for me to get my leg, you know, really straight without having tension or pain for that matter, the leg actually has to be further away. So what I'm going to recommend for this one, for those of us in the tight hamstring club, bend your knee a little bit so that you can soften so that there's not so much tension, right? So see if you can hug that left leg in a little closer. And then at the same time, your left leg is going to push away into your hands. So what that will do, notice how that creates an abdominal brace for you. This is a good thing. We want to keep that. Good. And then you have some options from here. So with the right leg, right, you can bring it to a hover. But engage it, right, so that it's not slack. And then option 3, you can lift your head and shoulders and draw the left leg in a little closer. And again, my tight hamstring people, we've got to bend in our knee. It's fine. Those of you in the awesome hamstring, loosey-goosey hamstring club, you can have a perfectly straight leg. Excellent. And then gently release. All right, right leg, here we go. So interlace here, and again, just bend your knee as much as you need to accommodate yourself. Right? Draw the right leg in a little closer, and then at the same time, your right leg is trying to bust free of your clasp, right? So that you get that abdominal brace. So good after doing back work. Yeah. Good, and then your left leg can hover, but with strength. And then option 3, lift your head and shoulders, draw the leg closer in. Excellent, and then gently release. All right. Open your arms up to a T. Let's get in a little, this is eagle's twist, or it's pelican twist today, right? So cross the left leg over the top of the right. Pick up your hips, shift them a little bit to the left. Good. Knees in towards you, and then let them fall over towards the right. Be mindful of how this left shoulder may try to lift on you. So try to keep that down, and if it means you need to back out a little bit, then back out a little bit. That's fine. And you can look at the ceiling or over those left fingers. Good. And then inhale, gently work your way back center and uncross. Shift your hips back to the middle and take a breath in and out. Good. All right, and here we go. Right leg crosses over. Pick up your hips, shift them a little bit to the right, and that's just to create the natural curve that's in your lumbar spine. Right? Knees in, and then take them on over towards the left. So be mindful of the right shoulder kind of lifting up. You want to keep that grounded and back out a little bit if you need to. Gaze at the ceiling or over those right fingers. Good. And then gently start to work your way back center and uncross. Awesome. And then hug your knees in. Good. Feel free to rock a little side to side. So following kind of our beach theme, right? You can be a little sea bean, right? All right. So make yourselves nice and tight into that sea bean. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Great. And then gently release, let go. Stretch your arms overhead. Now your sea bean has become a nice piece of kelp, right? So you can move a little right, move a little left, right? Seaweed. Good, and then relax your legs, lower your arms, just find a position that's comfortable for you, right? And settle in. Gently invite a deeper breath to fill your body. Softly allow some movement in your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch your bodies like you're seaweed floating on the top of the wave. Good, bend your knees. And then curl yourselves to your right or left. Good. Use both arms and gently press yourselves up. And find a seated position that supports you. Nice. Sitting nice and tall, draw your palms together in front of your hearts. Thank you for honoring me with your presence today. It's been such a pleasure taking you on a field trip to the beach. May you go and find those special places that you love. See them in your mind. The light and the goodness in my heart honors the light and the goodness in yours always. Namaste.